Hello, my name is Raymundo Baltazar, and I am the Associate Director of Arts Programs here at the LA Promise Fund, and I am also the Media ArtsMatter Coach. Today, I have the great pleasure of introducing to you the final video of our asynchronous video trainings. And in this video, I have the great pleasure of introducing to you some amazing veteran teachers that have been a part of our program for the last 4 years. In a moment, Christina is going to share a little bit more about their contributions to the program, which has helped our Media ArtsMatter integrations be successful, not just with the teachers, but also impacting the many students we have had an impact with throughout South Los Angeles. So with that said, let me introduce to you a familiar face, the Director of ArtsMatter, Christina Korn.
Thanks, Raymundo. And thank you so much to these three outstanding teachers we have joining us today from John Deere Middle School representing. We're so proud and grateful. I'm really fortunate because these are three teachers who have really been leaders in the program and were able to complete not only the first 3-year cycle of MAM, but joined us for a 4th year to help us really further pilot, refine, and just make sure that curriculum is as strong as it could possibly be. And so we're so grateful. And I, on a personal note, was lucky enough to actually be the teaching artist that got to partner with these three wonderful teachers in their classrooms for the Media ArtsMatter program. So we're just so grateful again to have you all join us today. Something that was really special, that was sort of an organic outgrowth of the first iteration of Media ArtsMatter, was the opportunity for teachers to actually learn from each other. So the purpose of this video today is to provide the opportunity for you to learn some best practices, get some experience, some knowledge from these teachers joining us now. So thanks again for watching, and I can't wait to hear what you all have to share. Raymundo?
Awesome, thank you. And well, let's get started. Again, thank you for being a part of this. And Mrs. Hamilton, let's start with you.
Sure.
If we can please, perhaps you might have some stories. Can you share with us and our audience some of your experiences with the MAM program?
Sure. Thanks, Raymundo. So I would like to share. My name is Miss Hamilton. I'm a proud teacher of Marvelous Muir Middle School. And we had the pleasure of working with Miss Korn as our teaching artist. I have to say I am a proud MAM teacher for many reasons. The first experience that I would share is as a MAM teacher, it's important to be patient with yourself. What you're learning more than likely will be new, and you're working it in with your regular content, expectations, your curriculum, your pacing. So be patient. That's the first thing that I would share. The next thing is, if you feel as though you're not an artist, guess what? You are an artist. So initially I thought, well, I'm not an artist. I only draw stick figures. I'm not creative. But as a result of the program, I now consider myself an artist. So I definitely appreciate the program for that reason.
Excellent. I could add,
Yes, of course.
Miss Hamilton said it, by the way, I'm Miss Petty. I'm also have a teacher at John Deere Middle School. Started off with these lovely ladies in the first cohort 4 years ago. But I like what you said about patience, and patience is a virtue.
Yes.
You know, in our profession, we know that there's going to be setbacks, there will be timelines, things that take precedence over your creative space or time that you have in the classroom, but also give yourself permission to be flexible, give yourself permission to be okay with those setbacks, absolutely okay with not feeling prepared, even though you may have prepared, but just the students may not get it right away. The students may need more time. You may need more time in terms of your delivery of how you're going to roll out the content, but definitely patience is a virtue. I've had to be patient with myself over the years in that, oh no, I want it this way. I want it to happen like this. But I think for myself, I had to make a shift in that it's the process over the end product.
Yes.
Keep that in mind.
That's us.
Process over product.
Yes.
That is great advice.
Absolutely.
That's so important, the study of that, also to remind us that, that's what we're doing here together as a cohort. The ArtsMatter team and the teachers, we're partners in this. We're piloting this curriculum. No one's ever made a media arts integrated curriculum before. So something really exciting about this program is to be on the forefront of that. So again, I understand what you mean, because we were together in that, and how to just be patient and really let it be student-centered, let it be student-guided as much as we can.
And to your credit, though, a big part of that success in being patient and getting to the finish line time and time again is that the support that we had yourself and the whole team coming in, filling in gaps, being able to support us in any way. I recently studied tremendously the support from the team. And early on in the program, there was a lot of changes because it was new, but the team is ever so flexible and they're very receptive to our feedback, which made the program flow smoother as it went along. So thank you for that.
Now, I'd love to ask you, Ms. Layson, would you maybe share some of the professional insights or the growth that, the program helped you in your practice?
Definitely. Going back to what the study was saying about the process of of teaching each unit, one step of that is giving students feedback. And the MAM program and the PD we've done through this program has really helped me improve the way I give feedback to students and being more specific with the feedback that I give them. Using the language of both the MAM unit and the ELA unit that we're working on, and pointing to specific elements where they might have excelled or things that they need to improve upon. And now we were just writing an essay last week, and the girl came to me like, what do we need to fix? And went through the rubric and the checklist of things they needed to do step by step, to point to specific things where she needed to work on.
Wow. And we know how unusual that is for students to be like, not just, I'm done, right? But like, how can I improve this? How can I make it better? Yeah. That's fantastic.
Well, please.
Oh, I would say also in giving that actionable feedback, it kind of stems from having our own time of reflection and knowing after we deliver or integrated the content, how did it go for ourselves? How did our teaching practice go?
Yeah.
There were some of the glows and the grows. And it being self-reflective, you know how to go ahead and guide your students. It could definitely informs our practice.
I love that. The flow and growth, that is really important. And perhaps it makes me think about students. You've done the program for not 3 years, but 4 years, right? You've gone through many students going through this program.
Many students.
Might you be able to share perhaps a student-specific anecdote or perhaps some stories that you dealt with that flow and grow with those students? Anything that you could share about that?
I'll jump right in.
Hop right in.
I am thinking about MAM and this whole process, especially for the first cohort, where we had students, and we started this out with our sixth graders in Nashville from middle school. We have them for 3 years. And this one particular student, Eric, I could use this first name, was very quiet, very reticent, not really easy to, speak publicly, and I didn't know that he had such a curiosity for art because we just didn't embed that into our lessons. But now with MAM, especially after the first year, it felt like it opened up a door.
Yes.
And so as time progressed, and as you guys have the summer programs, the after school programs, it just opened up his whole world of possibilities.
Yes, I agree with that.
And tremendous. He's always participating. He wants to know more. He has a organic motivation to just want to be immersed in this art. And he may not, he's grown so much, and he may not be top tier and ready for, a lot, but I think the confidence, and knowing that he should not speak about his likes or despise or anything personal, and to actually, be part of school events like what is it? Journalism, and it's yearbook.
Yeah.
So it's just opened up his world, and he gives it a go, and he's really persevered through it. So I would like to add to what Ms. Petty is saying about this student in particular. He has developed into sometimes being my class teaching artist. So there are times when I'll call upon him to help reinforce for me something that I may have forgotten. So he'll take the teacher, he'll be the driver, and he'll, show me how to edit or show me how to complete a task in relation to ArtsMatter that I may need some help on, or he may work with other students as a leader with MAM. So he's really grown. The program has really helped him to blossom. So the professional development that we receive from the team, it really equips you to have the confidence you need to have your students be prepared for the units. So you have all the support you could possibly need or ask for. You feel like there's no such thing as, I messed up or I made a mistake, or because they're so encouraging, just, let's figure it out together. And so that's personally something that really helped me to move past something that I felt didn't go well, because I know Miss Korn would say, well, that's okay. We're just going to, work through it together. And as a result of all of that, what's really given me a sense of pride as a MAM teacher is learning something that I could tell my students, what you're learning right now can change your life. So this skill is a viable tool that you can use in your life to do something really great. If this is something you're passionate about, you're learning a skill early on, and you can not only take this, and this can be a career choice for you, but you can take this to your next school or an after-school program and say, hey, I know how to teach other students how to do graphic design or animation or photography. I have a vocabulary. I can teach them how to do filmmaking. And even before you get to your career, career time in your life, you can use these skills, as a teenager or young adult to help other students learn what you now know. So I'm really proud to be able to tell our students that you have real life skills that you can use for a lifetime, really.
Do you have any just words of advice, words of wisdom, encouragement for the teachers that are just about to start off on this journey?
I would say in terms of best practices, planning. It's very important to be organized. Once you go over through our professional developments, the content and all with the curriculum plan for each unit, it does equip you, you know what to expect. But I would say dive in, go ahead and integrate your own style and leverage the tools and all the resources and the practices that you're most familiar with, so that you can really marry the art with your own content seamlessly. It's difficult to already want to, deliver your content information, and you may have that down pat, but also adding another layer of the art and integrating that with fidelity, it does require planning. And so I would say, do what's familiar to you, do what feels right, but then also give the students an easier transition with doing things in a way that they're already familiar with. Using certain platforms, like, for example, sometimes we were wanting to open up the unit and just kind of get an idea for what they know. Sometimes we use Padlet, sometimes we use different strategies to help spawn their ideas and just get a sense of what they know. So things like that, the familiarity really lowers their filter and helps them tap in.
I would say one best practice that I learned over the years is, as I blended my content with the media arts, it was more helpful to use a topic or a theme in my content curriculum that we had already studied, as opposed to using, teaching the content at the same time I'm teaching the art. And so they're learning two things simultaneously. So you're still blending, but I would always use a topic that the subject matter is complete. They know the content. So once you're prepared to do your culminating task, now we blend in the art, so that at that time they're only having a focus on that piece. So that's something that I learned along the way.
Yeah, that was a real growing pain for me that first couple of years, because, you know, you set out to focus on what you want to integrate or how you want to integrate the art with your content. And we may have been in the middle of a unit, not fully gone through it. And so it does create a sense of pressure.
Yes.
Where, you know, you want the kids to understand the content, but then you want to integrate the art. So that was a learning curve for me in that, let me go ahead and focus on our art with something they already have mastered or something that they already know well and that they're previous unit. Yes. It took me about year 3 to figure that out. Not to do it simultaneously, per se.
Yeah, just going back to what you said in the beginning about process over product. This program is so student-centered, and regardless of what they create in the end, they're learning something along the way, and it's worth it.
Yeah. And so, you know, for teachers, we're not going to do anything for 4 years if it is not helpful, meaningful, if it's not worth it. We're not going to sign up again to do it for 4 years. So it's definitely useful, and it's an amazing opportunity to be a part of something like ArtsMatter.
I say that it's changing our students' lives.
Yes.
We've already seen 1 through in the first cohort go on to high school. And I mean, again, like you said, the skills transference, the confidence, the motivation, and the, you know, to yearning for more. I think it's not just limiting them to testing, academics. They have a space where they can be creative, and there's so many opportunities for them to do things and leverage their skills outside of the classroom. Yeah, I think that's really beautiful. So, and thank you guys for carrying that torch beyond the classroom.
Yeah.
In that, like you said, for this could be a potential career choice for them.
Pathway to test. Yes.
So,
And they're in the city for that, right? They live in Los Angeles, so these are jobs that they should have. These jobs have their names on them, so to speak.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So again, thank you so much, because, you know, as you all are learning about this program and as you're hearing, teachers really are our co-researchers, as Camilla always says. So we can do this without the support of our teachers and the partnership. And so I'm really, really grateful again to the way that, you know, the women here has helped us shape this program and refine it and improve it over time. And I can't wait to see how we're going to continue to improve this as we work together over the next 3 years.
Yes. Now, I think that's a really perfect way to wrap this up. Once again, I want to echo Christina's words. Thank you so much for your contributions to the program and to the sector at large. Just like I love the way that we said it, we have students that are going to take over this industry, and thank you for that. And to you, the audience, please help me in thanking these amazing individuals, these teachers of our program. Our goal is not only to continue to share their stories, because they're still part of the family, but also we will continue to share the stories of the new MAM teachers that have recently joined. So with that said, once again, thank you for your support. Thank you to our teachers. And with that said, have a great rest of your day and be well.